Hey, it's your girl, your favorite paralegal, aka Cassandra Lynn, and welcome to Legal Doc Talk 24/7. Hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday. Hey, so this is a Tony Buzbee, Jay-Z, Rock Nation, Marcy Croft, MJ Legal, Quinn Emanuel, Alex Spyro update. So, Marcy Croft, who is the owner and attorney for MJ Legal out of Mississippi, filed a request to remove three lawsuits that were filed by Tony Buzbee in the Texas state court. She filed a request to remove them from that court to a federal court. Now, I have seen a video on YouTube stating that this is a major update, and I am just coming to tell y'all that it is not that major. It is not that major. It's not going to make any difference. The only difference being is this. So Marcy Croft filed that request based on the issue, well, not really of issue, but diversity of citizenship. And if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much means when you have plaintiffs and defendants that are citizens of a different state, right? A state court cannot handle that. They can't hear those cases because the defendant is a citizen of another state or even country. It can only be fair if it is held at the federal level because they have jurisdiction to hear any cases from, over citizens that are anywhere in the United States or the country. Okay, so I want to make that clear. So pretty much what it does, diversity of citizenship pretty much ensures that a case is heard in an unbiased court. Now, is that a win-win for MJ, or is that a a win-win for Tony Buzbee? It can be for both. Why? Tony Buzbee is admitted in the Southern District of Texas in Houston, the Houston division. All right, he doesn't have to worry about applying for admission or anything of that nature. He knows cases and he knows the laws on the federal level, and he is also admitted in that particular district. So that is a good thing for Tony Buzbee. So it's not a big, huge change that is moved to the federal court. Now, is that a win-win for MJ Legal and Rock Nation and Quinn Emanuel? It could be. Why? Because now, even though you are in Tony Buzbee's state, it's still on a federal level, and you don't have to worry about the court being biased. Okay. Another thing that Marcy stated in her notice was that the detective, I don't even know who she is, Jessica Santiago. We've heard her name when I read the two petitions for plaintiffs Jose Maldonado and Gerardo Garcia. They were visited, amongst other people, were visited by this detective Jessica Santiago. Well, who has posed as a detective and stated that she worked with MJ Legal, aka Marcy Croft, right? They have phone transcripts that was submitted by from US Legal to Tony Buzbee, and they were incorporated in these filings. So we did see transcripts of phone calls with Jessica Santiago. We also have the personal experience from Jose Maldonado and Gerardo Garcia because she specifically went to their house. So for Marcy to say that this Jessica Santiago is not real, so are you saying that one, either the clients are lying, or two, you just don't want to admit that she was posing as a private investigator or a detective when she wasn't? That's the one. But anyways, getting into these court documents, I'm not going to go over all three. So these are all three of the cases: Jose Maldonado, Gerardo Garcia, and the Buzbee Law Firm. So all three of these cases were removed out of the Harris District Court and submitted and now filed to the Southern District of Texas. Now, I'm going to read to you what she has, and I say she, Marcy Croft, has submitted as her reasoning as to why they wanted to take it out of the district court and, well, the state court, and put it into a U.S. district court, aka the federal court. All right. So defendants Marcy Brian Croft and MJ Legal PA timely removed this action from the 127th Judicial District Court of Harris County, Texas, to the U.S. State District Court for the Southern District of Texas, Houston Division, under Title 28, the United States Code, Section 1332, Paragraph A, which states that because there is a diversity of citizenship among the real parties in interest to the suit and in the amount controversy exceeds 75,000. Rock Nation LLC, the only other defendant properly joined, consents to this removal. So, keyword she stated was real parties, because she is trying to say that Jessica Santiago is not real. And this is the diversity of citizenship that I was speaking on. Because the defendants are in another state, that means that it has to be on a federal level. Okay. Introduction. This lawsuit rests on invented facts and baseless allegations, highlighting the fabrications that pervade the entire suit. Plaintiff has sued an individual who apparently does not exist, Jessica Santiago, an alleged private investigator from Harris County, Texas. And plaintiff has sued a law firm, Quinn Emanuel, that is included only because it is engaged in other completely unrelated litigation with plaintiff's counsel Anthony Tony Buzbee. Plaintiff's counsel filed the suit amidst his own mounting legal problems. He has been sued by two former clients for breaches of fiduciary duty involving the mishandling of settlement funds. Faced with those serious claims, Busby has filed suits like this one to try and chill additional lawsuits from the former personal injury clients. One such former Busby client, plaintiff Maldonado, alleges that defendants engaged in barratry and conspired to commit barratry by persuading him to sue Busby. The inclusion of Jessica Santiago as a defendant underscores the fabricated nature of this lawsuit. Santiago is alleged to be an investigator residing in Harris County who contacted plaintiff, but no such person with that name living in Harris County or anywhere in Texas is registered as a private investigator. The petition provides no address or identifying details to Santiago. Santiago has not been served, and the plaintiff's counsel refused to request to provide any identifying information. And listing Quinn Emanuel as a defendant is nothing more than an attempt to open a new front in plaintiff's counsel's public battle with that firm and its client, jayz. Quinn Emanuel Quinn Emanuel has been improperly joined because there is not a single factual allegation tying the firm to the alleged barratry or related conspiracy. The petition only specifies wait, the petition's only specific references to Quinn Emanuel demonstrate why it was sued. The allegations involved the firm's unrelated defense of jayz in a separate matter involving another Buzbee client. That case has nothing to do with Buzbee's former personal injury clients. The improper joining of these two defendants has significant jurisdictional consequences. The citizenship of Santiago, a fictitious Harris County resident, and Quinn Emanuel, an improperly joined party, must be disregarded for assessing diversity jurisdiction. When properly analyzed, this case involves a Texas plaintiff suing defendants Marcy Brian Croft, MJ Legal PA, and Rock Nation, none of whom is a citizen of Texas. Federal diversity jurisdiction exists for exactly this situation. When out of state defendants are facing false and inflammatory charges filed by a Texas citizen, removal is warranted. On January 3rd, 2025, plaintiff filed this suit in Harris County, Texas. The action was docketed as case number such and such. Let me go because I think so that was for Jose Galdonado. For Gerardo, his was filed on December 18th, 2024. And for Tony Buzbee, that was filed on December 5th. Now, I did do a separate video because Buzbee ended up amending that complaint. And so definitely go and check that video out. All right. So the petition alleges that defendants engaged shadowy operatives to illegally seek out more than 2 dozen current and former clients of the Buzbee law firm to convince those clients to bring frivolous cases against the Buzbee law firm. Plaintiffs was served, so she was served in all cases. It states that she timely filed this notice of removal within 30 days of service and petition. Let me see. Da, da, da. She did file a special appearance, so that is let me see. Rock Nation consented to the removal, and the only thing is the Jessica Santiago. Like, okay, who is this lady? Who is this lady? So, basis of removal, as I spoke to you guys about the diversity of citizenship. So, section, and this is the U.S. Code, Title 28 of the U.S. Code, Section 1332A, which requires complete diversity of citizenship, which is established when each defendant is a citizen of a different state from each plaintiff. Complete diversity exists. The plaintiff is a citizen of Texas, but no properly joined defendant is a citizen of Texas, meaning that MJ Legal nor Quinn Emanuel are citizens of Texas. And when they say citizens, even if you have a corporation or a LLC, if your business is still considered a citizen. It's just where you incorporated your business. So if it was incorporated outside of Texas, then that's why it would what is called diversity of citizenship would come into play. Um, Marcy Croft resides in Mississippi and treats that Mississippi residence as her home, making her a Mississippi resident. All right. Rock Nation is a limited liability company under the laws of Delaware and maintains headquarters in New York, but the citizenship of an LLC is determined by the citizenship of all its members. Rock Nation has members in Delaware, California, New York, and New Jersey, and thus is a citizen of those states. The petition alleges that Jessica Santiago and Quinn Emanuel are citizens of Texas. The petition alleges that Jessica Santiago is a resident of Harris County, Texas. But as discussed further below, the petition lists no address for her. She has not been served. Investigation has revealed that no person named Santiago is registered as a private investigator in Texas. And plaintiff's counsel will refuse defendant's request for identifying any information about the supposed Jessica Santiago. The plaintiff further alleges that the defendant, Quinn Emanuel, is a limited liability partnership with some partners in Texas, making it a citizen of Texas among other states. Boy, 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 boy. Jessica Santiago and Quinn Emanuel do not destroy the complete diversity between the real parties in interest, which is Marcy Croft, MG Legal, and Rock Nation. Neither Jessica nor Quinn Emanuel is a real party in interest because they are not proper parties in this suit. So, based on what they're saying is Jessica ain't real, and Quinn Emanuel has nothing to do with this. And Tony Buzbee, just brung them in because they beefing in the Jane Doe versus Diddy and Sean Carter suit. That's all that is. That is all that is. Um and it goes on to talk about how Jessica Santiago is not real. Nothing too fancy. All right. So we got that part. So I want to turn you guys' attention to an email that was sent by Buzbee. And this was sent on January 15th. And it reads, if you think how it, what Tony, I need you to please spell check or grammar check or whatever. If you think have a special appearance to file it. The rules allow discovery on personal jurisdiction issues when those issues are raised. When you answer or otherwise respond to the case, I'd suggest you take advantage of that process. We will as well. Otherwise, follow the rules. There is no provision that requires us to produce documents in a week based on a silly letter. I wonder what there was. Well, I'm thinking he was probably sent a letter to prove Jessica Santiago. And they said we need you they gave him a week. I'm just saying. I don't know what other documents they also requested because they didn't put that in this email, but I'm thinking that's what it is. Then he says, finally, just to be clear, you realize the shady activity your clients were engaged in took place in Houston, right? We will seek costs if you choose to file a meritless special appearance. And she did, y'all. She did. Looking forward to learning more about your clients and look forward to working with you. Oh my gosh. Hold up. All right. Oh, wait. Hold up. This was at 9. He responded at 9:15 p.m. So before that at 9:03, Greg Costa says, "Please see attached letter about this case. Let me know if you have any questions." Okay, so I'm assuming that okay, they sent the letter. They sent the letter. Darn, I wish we know what the darn oh, this is the letter. Ooh. So let's see what the letter says. Dear Ms. Buzbee and Fortney, we write on behalf of our clients Marcy Bryan Croft and MJ Legal PA. Ms. Croft and her law firm, MJ Legal, intend to file a special appearance contesting personal jurisdiction in the above referenced case. The Garcia petition reference and attaches as Exhibit 1 a transcript purporting to reflect a conversation between plaintiff Gerardo Garcia and an individual named Jessica Santiago, during which Santiago supposedly mentioned Ms. Croft and her firm. During the investigation, we have no evidence that there is an investigator named Jessica Santiago residing in Harris County, Texas, and the petition does not list an address for such a person. To evaluate the Garcia petition for special appearance purposes, we respectfully demand a copy of the original audio file, including all metadata from which the Exhibit 1 transcript was allegedly produced, no later by Tuesday, January 21st, 2025. In addition, we respectfully demand the basis, including any identifying information such as phone numbers upon which you have alleged that this Jessica Santiago is a resident of Harris County, Texas, no later than Tuesday, January 21st. As you know, the Texas rules permit courts to impose sanctions for good cause, including for signing and filing groundless pleadings that have no basis in fact. Texas Rules of Civil Procedure, Rule 13. Likewise, Texas courts may hold in contempt any attorney who files a fictitious pleading. We look forward to your response by no later than January 21st. Baby, Lord Jesus, have mercy. They is going at it, y'all. They are going at it. Oh my gosh. So this is the letter. They're not playing. So one, MJ Croft, they did end up filing a special appearance. And not only that, they took it out of state court, put it in federal court. But on the flip side of that, Tony Busby's like, yo, how much information you need? Now, he probably would have worked with them, but for them to say, okay, you got a week to get this over to us. Now, Busby, the only thing I can say is give it to them. I don't understand what the play is. Give it to them. Give them the recording because, and I'm telling y'all can't say that there's not a recording because there was. As I've stated to you, we all in us in Texas, and actually U.S. legal is not worldwide, but they work in so many different parts of the United States. Okay, they have court reporters, they have transcriptionists, they have a lot of people, and these records are certified because it does show the certification in which they actually have to file in the court. So if there's an open case and an attorney requests for them to transcribe something, they have to file their certification. They have to get it notarized and they have to file it in the court where the litigation is taking place. So, in order for them to even do the transcript, there was an audio recording, because what is it that they're going to transcribe? Okay. This is not something where we will pay people and say, hey, we need you to make up a transcript. Ain't nobody, I was about to be a no, I'm not about to type 114 pages. I'm not listening to audio and doing that. But you have people who are skilled and dedicated to doing just that. I also have a friend who's a federal court reporter. And so they do transcripts. So you can't say that the audio is not real. Okay, let's just get that straight. There is audio. Now, why he has not provided that audio, I don't know. Will he? Eventually. But y'all have to understand, when you get to the discovery phase, then you could go ahead and produce whatever documents you need to in your disclosures, and then when the request for production comes, you can include it in there. So sometimes you don't want to be premature about what you give to opposing counsel. It's a process, and there's a reason for a process. There's a reason why we follow scheduling orders for court. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that's what Buzbee's thought process is. But for me, I'd be like, I'm shutting them down. Oh, y'all saying she ain't real? Here's the audio file. You clearly hear her calling, speaking, leaving a voicemail. But that's just my take on that. But yeah, so all three of these cases have been filed in the U.S. District Court, Southern District of Texas, and they're now going to resume in that court. So if there are any other updates, I will be sure to give you guys that update. But just to kind of sum everything up, it has been MJ Legal, Marcy Croft put in a request to have those cases moved from the Texas state court to a federal court based off of diversity of citizenship. Because MJ Legal is a citizen of the state of Mississippi, and because who else? Rock Nation. There we go. Rock Nation. Not I said Quinn Emanuel earlier, but Rock Nation is a citizen of several states. That gives the more the reason to have it in federal court. They're saying Jessica Santiago ain't real, so she shouldn't even be thought of. And Quinn Emanuel is properly named in the suit only because they're beefing with Buzbee in regards to another unrelated case, the aka Jane Doe versus Diddy and Sean Combs, Diddy and Sean Carter case. All right. So hopefully that sums everything up. All in all, if the defendant doesn't live in the state of Texas, it's best to always file in federal court in the first place. And this ensures that the case is heard in an unbiased court. All right. That's an advantage for Rock Nation. That is advantage for Marcy Croft. It's also an advantage for Tony Buzbee because, like I said, he is admitted in the Southern District of Texas. All right. But let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, you all be blessed, and I'm out. Bye.